Africa, the cradle of humankind, is a continent on the move. This vast land, rich in history and culture, is undergoing a transformation that is as ancient as the earth itself. From the bustling cities to the remote wilderness, every corner of Africa is part of this grand geological narrative. Beneath its vast savannas and towering mountains, a dramatic geological transformation is underway. The land we see today is just a snapshot in the long timeline of Earth's history. Deep below the surface, forces are at work that will change the face of the continent forever. Silently, relentlessly, Africa is splitting apart. This process is not something that can be seen in a human lifetime, but over millions of years the evidence becomes undeniable. The ground beneath our feet is moving ever so slowly but with a power that is unstoppable. This process, driven by the immense power of plate tectonics, will eventually redraw the map of our planet. The tectonic plates, massive slabs of Earth's crust, are in constant motion. Their interactions cause earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and the creation of mountain ranges. In Africa, these forces are pulling the continent apart. Over millions of years, a new ocean will be born, dividing Africa into two distinct continents. This new ocean will be a testament to the dynamic nature of our planet. It will create new coastlines, new ecosystems, and new opportunities for life to thrive. This incredible event is a testament to the dynamic nature of Earth, a planet constantly reshaping itself. Volcanic activity, earthquakes, and the slow drift of continents are all part of this ongoing process. The landscapes we see today are temporary, ever-changing, and full of stories waiting to be told. Join us as we explore the science behind this continental divorce, delving into the East African Rift System and its implications for the future. Scientists are studying this rift to understand how continents break apart and what this means for the future of our planet. Their research is uncovering the secrets of Earth's inner workings. The story of Africa's split is a reminder that our planet is a place of constant change. Mountains rise and erode, oceans form and disappear, and continents drift across the globe. This cycle of creation and destruction is what makes Earth a living planet, full of wonder and mystery. And continents drift across the globe. The movement of continents has shaped the world we live in, creating the diverse landscapes and ecosystems we see today. From the highest mountains to the deepest oceans, every part of our planet has been touched by these forces. Understanding these processes deepens our appreciation for the forces that have shaped our world and continue to shape it today. By studying the past, we can better understand the present and prepare for the future. The story of Africa's split is just one chapter in the epic tale of our ever-changing planet. At the heart of this continental drama lies the East African Rift System, a colossal fracture in the Earth's crust. This rift is not just a simple crack, it is a dynamic and evolving feature that has been shaping the landscape for millions of years. Stretching over 4,000 miles, this rift valley cuts through eastern Africa like a giant scar. It extends from the Afar Triple Junction in the northeast, where it meets the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden, all the way down to Mozambique in the south. It is a visible manifestation of the immense forces pulling the continent apart. These forces are so powerful that they are slowly tearing the African continent into two separate landmasses. The East African Rift System is a complex system of interconnected rift valleys, each with its own unique geological features and history. These valleys are not isolated. They are part of a larger network that includes numerous branches and offshoots, volcanoes and lakes. Some of the world's most famous volcanoes, such as Mount Kilimanjaro and Mount Kenya, are found along this rift. These volcanoes are not just scenic landmarks, they are active and can erupt with little warning. It is a place of both beauty and danger, where the Earth's raw power is on full display. The rift is home to some of the most stunning landscapes on the planet, but it is also a region of significant geological hazards. The rift is a divergent plate boundary, where two tectonic plates, the Somali and Nubian plates, are moving away from each other. This movement is not smooth or uniform, it is characterized by sudden jolts and shifts that can trigger earthquakes. This separation is driven by the upwelling of molten rock from deep within the Earth's mantle. This molten rock, or magma, rises to the surface, creating new crust and pushing the plates apart. As this magma rises, it exerts tremendous pressure on the overlying crust, causing it to thin and eventually rupture. This process is not just a one-time event, it is ongoing and can lead to the formation of new volcanic features and the reshaping of the landscape. The result is the East African Rift System, a testament to the immense power of our planet's internal heat engine. This rift is a living laboratory for geologists and scientists, offering a unique opportunity to study the processes that shape our world. It is a reminder of the dynamic nature of our planet and the forces that continue to mold its surface. In 2018, the world took notice of Africa's ongoing split when a massive crack appeared in Kenya's Rift Valley. This dramatic fissure, stretching for miles, served as a stark reminder of the powerful forces at work beneath our feet. The Kenyan Crack was not an isolated event but rather a symptom of the ongoing rifting process. As the Somali and Nubian plates continue to separate, the Earth's crust in this region is being stretched and pulled. This stretching can cause the ground to crack and subside, creating fissures like the one observed in Kenya. While the Kenyan Crack may have closed up due to erosion and natural processes, it serves as a visible reminder that Africa is indeed splitting apart. The rift is a dynamic and ever-changing environment, and events like the Kenyan Crack offer us glimpses into the powerful forces shaping our planet. The process of continental breakup, known as rifting, is a slow and complex dance of geological forces. This intricate process can take millions of years, and it involves a series of stages that gradually lead to the formation of new ocean basins and the separation of land masses. It begins deep within the Earth's mantle, where plumes of hot, buoyant rock rise towards the surface. These plumes are driven by the intense heat generated by the decay of radioactive elements within the Earth's core. These plumes, known as mantle plumes, act like giant blowtorches, heating the overlying lithosphere. The lithosphere, which is the rigid outer layer of the Earth, responds to this intense heat by becoming more pliable and less dense. As the lithosphere heats up, it becomes less dense and more buoyant, causing it to stretch and thin. This stretching is not uniform and can create a series of cracks and faults in the Earth's crust. This stretching creates a zone of weakness in the Earth's crust, allowing magma to rise from the mantle. The rising magma exerts additional pressure on the crust, further promoting the formation of fractures and faults. The rising magma further weakens the crust, creating fractures and faults. These fractures can extend for hundreds of kilometers and are often the sites of significant volcanic activity. Over time, as the plates continue to move apart, the Rift Valley widens and deepens. This process can create dramatic landscapes such as the East African Rift Valley, which is one of the most well-known examples of continental rifting. Eventually, the Rift Valley may extend all the way to the ocean, allowing seawater to flood in and create a new sea or ocean basin. This is how the Atlantic Ocean was formed millions of years ago when the supercontinent Pangaea began to break apart. This is the process that is slowly but surely splitting Africa apart. The East African Rift is a prime example of an active rift zone, where the African plate is gradually being pulled apart, potentially leading to the formation of a new ocean in the distant future. Over millions of years, the Earth's tectonic plates have been slowly drifting apart. This process, known as continental drift, is responsible for the gradual separation of land masses. It's a phenomenon that happens so slowly, it's almost imperceptible in a human lifetime. But given enough time, the effects are truly monumental. As the tectonic plates continue to move, new oceans begin to form. The rift valleys created by these movements eventually fill with water, giving birth to new marine environments. This is how the Atlantic Ocean, for instance, came into existence. It's a fascinating example of how our planet is constantly evolving, reshaping itself over geological timescales. Imagine a time when all the continents were joined together as one supercontinent called Pangaea. This massive landmass existed around 240 million years ago, and over time, it began to break apart. The theory of continental drift, proposed by Alfred Wegener in the early 20th century, suggests that the continents have been slowly moving across the Earth's surface ever since. This movement is driven by forces deep within the Earth, reshaping the planet's geography over millions of years. The Earth's crust is not a single solid shell. Instead, it's made up of several large and small tectonic plates that float on the semi-fluid asthenosphere beneath them. When these plates move, they can create rifts where the crust is pulled apart. One of the most famous rifts is the East African Rift, a place where the African plate is slowly splitting into two smaller plates. This process, known as rifting, is a key mechanism in the dynamic and ever-changing nature of our planet. As we continue to explore and understand the Earth's geological processes, we uncover both opportunities and challenges. The movement of tectonic plates can lead to the formation of valuable mineral deposits, providing resources for human use. However, These same processes can also result in natural disasters like earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, posing significant risks to human populations. Balancing the benefits and dangers of our planet's dynamic nature is a crucial task for scientists and policymakers alike. So there you have it, a glimpse into the fascinating world of geological phenomena. From the ancient supercontinent of Pangaea to the ever-changing tectonic plates beneath our feet, the Earth is a dynamic and complex planet. As we continue to study and learn more about these processes, we gain a deeper appreciation for the forces that shape our world. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.